Welcome to WGHM. I'm your host, Rodney Dawson, curator of education with the Greensboro History Museum. You're tuned in to Hip Hop and Democracy. Hip Hop and democracy both are not strangers to the area. From demonstrating at movie theaters in the 1930s to protesting the killing of George Floyd during the summer of 2020, the community has listened to the calls of hip-hop artists as well as the art form itself to give voice and tell their story. And we've not had to look far for our griots. We've had storytellers for years that have asked the questions about democracy, choices, and change. Our artists that called North Carolina home have won Grammys, led protests, and sought a better life using the worldwide phenomenon known as hip-hop. So we'll talk to them about what happens when hip-hop and politics merge.
Was the kid with the pack of annihilators in his sock, trying not to share with all the homies on the block. Fast forward, stolen car going up the block. OCM 30s up, skidding from the cops. Fast forward, 17 facing 25. Hood getting crazy, lot of close friends die. Your brain so confused cause you never learn to cry. When daddy gone, only
you're tuned in to WGHM, Hip Hop and Democracy. That was Through God with the Sauce. Before that, Grammy Award-winning songwriter Rasheem Pugh, aka OG Kilo Pugh, Through God, names of hip hop. Well, you know, Through God has never been one to really shy away from responsibility and always seeks representation, particularly for the hip hop community. So we thought, let's ask him, what does democracy mean to you?
It means like giving your voice through music. It's like telling your story through music, what you going through, what you see through harmonies, you know?
The funny thing about this interview, when the museum approached me about it, and I learned the words with democracy, I found myself trying to say for about 3 days, what is democracy? What exactly is it? Because when you're growing up and you live in the hood, sometimes you don't get a clear understanding of what that really means. And I didn't, even to this age.
Voting, representation, democracy. How much is about choice and change?
Democracy, everybody gets a chance, to be able to share their opinion or be able to have a chance at a seat at the table.
People who are spitting those lyrics, they're speaking from their core about situations of life that they're passionate about. They're releasing their creativity, and their creativity is causing rippling effects in our society.
That's the heart of a hustle. Yeah. Can't stick to the script if it was one. I won't switch up Bobby Boucher. I put that on mama. Hit the block.
That's a big question, because I would love to see people unify. I would love to see the violence in my community come down. I would love to see that 2.6% of funding and contracts that have gone to all these big businesses go to my community a little bit more. I would like to see us get about 12 to 15% of that. All that money.
We all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
You on the music, I'm on the business. We Def Jam Records. You on the music, I'm on the business. We Def Jam Records.
So it's good to be able to be here and talk to you about such a precious gem to our culture.
Well, man, I tell you, man, first of all, I appreciate you guys having me here, man, to talk about hip-hop music and culture in this standpoint. For me, man, hip-hop is democratic. Mm-hmm. I don't think that you can have hip-hop without democracy or democracy without hip-hop. Hip-hop from square one has been an all-inclusive thing. When Herc and them was rocking out at the park jams, it wasn't exclusive. Anybody could come. You could be the white kid from Manhattan. You could be a member of the LGBTQIA community. You could be poor. You could be wealthy. hip-hop has always been democratic. And if you just look at how hip-hop has discussed politics, voting issues, politicians, I like to say that every significant event that's happened in the history of mankind, and particularly in the history of African Americans has found its way in hip-hop.
Let's go. Stepped outside like I gotta go get it. Put a team together, now my whole team with it. Raised in the hood, yeah, we deal with the stars. It's time to get it locked, gotta hit the block hard.
Absolutely. I think everything today is hip hop influence. And because we are the generation of hip hop. We are the survivors of hip hop and the thrivers of hip hop. Everything around us is, let me tell you something. The reason why people love color so much is from our era.
I feel like hip hop has addressed democracy by providing a place for folks who typically have not had a platform to elevate their voice to do so. Hip hop is centered and situated in the poetics of Langston Hughes, of Zora Neale Hurston.
You said, welcome to the good life. I know it's mine.
Even things that happened way before hip hop uttered its first verse. Like you're gonna hear Frederick Douglass, you're gonna hear Harriet Tubman, you're gonna hear Dr. King, Malcolm X, Black Panther movement, Black Power movement, Black Heart movement, Harlem Renaissance, and everything all the way up.
Everybody being able to bring their stories.
Because I am an influencer.
You have been invited. Now it's up to you what you want to do with it. If I were you, I'd take off the limits and give up all I got to give God my living. I know that better days are ahead. So keep living. Keep living, just keep living. Good life. I know it's mine.
Brandon Green with Good Life. You have to understand that all throughout hip-hop, people look to something greater than ourselves to make it through and aspire for a time when, as the Declaration of Independence states, all unalienable rights, which are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, plus we'll throw in participation in the democratic process, is welcomed by everyone for everyone. You better say that. She wrote and performed this in one evening. It's Lakeisha Wrights with We Are Human.
We are human, perfectly pieced, designed with all the flaws imaginable. No time to shed tears over tough times or goodbyes. Our backs break, but we still climb. We lived it. And mental suicide kept us dwelling in the past. The world tends to relapse. Visions start to clash with the present state. Can't erase pain, but we still have time to heal together, to build together, to stand strong as one unit, choosing love over hate. We can control our fate if we erase the color, become sisters and brothers like we were intended to be, take off the shackles and embrace the peace, then watch us live in unity. It's a choice. What do you choose? We are human, perfectly pieced, designed with all the flaws imaginable.
In an effort to recognize all of humanity, Lakeisha Wrights with We Are Human. Check it out in its entirety at www.greensborohistory.org. And like many of our artists, Lakeisha doesn't just use one form of hip-hop to give voice, she uses many. In fact, she raps too. Check this out.
Another wasted second in my memory. Now you Facebook calling in the evening. Red button pressed, I'm so speechless. Number one candidate for creep-ish. But I dodged all attempts, I'm so kingpin. Dust me off.
Walking on the moon. Hey, big bank, look at me, finna act a fool. No keys, so many toadstools, got me feeling like Louis.
Want a little bit of everybody want. They work hard for it. Grandma want it. Growing up in the project. projects, the pill is hard to digest.
My generation right now, my peers, we're definitely on the forefront of, we kind of have like a low tolerance for BSing, you know. I feel like we've been kind of cheated with a lot in terms of when we talk about the truth.
You heard?
Like, I come from a generation where I remember there was no hip hop on the radio, and then there was almost only hip hop on the radio. I think that as a result of that, that timeline of black creativity has been severed. So that anytime black folk have created a new art form, if it was gospel, if it was spirituals, if it was blues, if it was jazz, if it was R&B, and as a result of that, it's like it has no connection to the past.
They work for.
It's crazy, but pain has always been the ingredient of greatness. Some of the best songs were the songs that came out during, you know, black struggle. And like from Stevie and Donny Hathaway and Marvin Gaye, all of those songs came out during a time. That's why a lot of us, we listen to old music, we watch old movies, we learn history, because the most pain was from back then, and then it was changed into a positive outlook at the end somehow. Because of this pain came this change.
Man, I ain't got nothing serious, man. Please, 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 man, can't breathe. Please, man. I can't breathe, please, man, please. Man, can't breathe, my face. Just get up. I can't breathe, please. I can't breathe, shit. Now, I mean, shit, I can't breathe. My stomach
Thank you.